Subscribe to my channel Making Impossible and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any one of my upcoming videos.
Yo, what's up friends, I'm Shazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you an amazing card trick which we know to be called as the spell card trick. Now this is not just an ordinary spell card trick, this is a very improvised version of it. This time, we are not going to just do the spell card trick, we're also going to add mentalism to this card trick. The spectator is going to spell their card while you are going to put down each and every card. They are going to spell their card inside their mind and you're going to stop at the point when they stop spelling their card and you will find their card. Now it does sound a little bit supernatural, but trust me, it is very easy to do and it's also a very simple card trick. So without any further ado, let's start our today's video.
This week's Instagram feature goes to Khan Zayed. Follow him on Instagram. Link is given in the video description. I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue.
Alright guys, this is how the card trick looks like. Now I have this deck of cards and I'm actually going to give these cards a shuffle just like this so that all the cards get mixed up and they are in a random order, okay? So I guess this is a pretty good mixing up of the cards. Now they are all in random order. Now what I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to refill down the side of the deck as you call out stop at any point you want. So let's say you call out stop at this point. I'm just going to take the cards from that point and this is the card which you called stop at, okay? So at this point I'm just going to turn my face away from the camera and you're just going to look at the card and remember it. And this is very important because if you don't remember it, I won't be able to read your mind. So for this trick, you have to remember this card, okay? So make sure you just look at this card while I'm not looking at it, while my face is away from the camera, and you are going to remember this card, okay? Just keep it in your mind. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to keep it back somewhere inside the deck of cards, okay? Just like this. So your card is right now somewhere inside the deck of cards. I'm just going to give it a shuffle just like this. And at this point, your card is completely lost in the deck of cards. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to perform the magic trick called spell, okay? Now if you don't know what is spell, in spell tricks, we actually spell down the card. We actually spell down the name of the card from the top of the deck, and for each letter we keep down one card, okay? And we don't count spaces, and this way we get to your card. But for that we need to know your card, and for that reason the spectator tells us what their card is. But in this trick it will be a little different. I'm not going to ask you what your card is. Instead I'm just going to look inside your mind, look through your mind, and I'll try to figure out when you are stopping your spell, okay? Which means you're going to spell the card in your mind, and for one letter as you spell the card, I'm just going to put down one card at a time, and when you stop spelling, I'll stop at that point and I'll find your card. Looks pretty impossible, right? But let's try this, okay? So just try to spell the cards in your mind as I put down one card at a time, okay? Alright, this is the first letter, the second, third, fourth. I think you have already taken the name of the card, so we are just going to live with these cards now. There are, obviously we need to keep two more cards for the off, O-F, off. Now just spell the suit, okay? Alright. Oh, I think you have stopped spelling right over here. So I can sense that this is your card. This might be your card, and if this is your card, then this would be the most awesome thing in the world, right? And yeah, I think this is your card. But seriously, trust me, I don't know what your card was at the beginning of the trick. So I'll just guess that this is your card, and if it is, then it is really awesome, right? I read your mind and I stopped at the point where you stopped spelling your card, right? So this is how we got to your card. So this is how the trick looks like, and let's see how you can do this card trick. Alright guys, this is how the card trick is done. Now, as you saw in the performance, this card trick is really beautiful, but when I'm going to explain you the real secret, you'll also know that this card trick is not just beautiful, but it's also very easy to do, and it's also very simple. So at first, for doing this card trick, you need to know two basic card magic trick moves. That is, first is a card force, and the second one is a false shuffle, okay? And if you know both of these moves, you don't need to perform it as I perform. You can modify to your own version of your performance, and you can do this card trick. So as you saw in the performance, when the spectator selected the Jack of Clubs, it was not really a free selection. It was a card that was forced to them, and the force that I used was the riffle force, okay? And it looks just like this. So the Jack of Clubs is right now somewhere inside, and the spectator calls out stop at any point they want, and then as I cut to that point, the card will be none other than the Jack of Clubs, okay? So this is how we force the first card to the spectator, and hence we know what is the card that the spectator has selected from the beginning, and then the trick is very easy for us to perform or to execute. So let's say for this case, we are going to just go with the 2 of clubs instead of using the Jack of Clubs. We're just going to use the 2 of clubs, and then we are going to do the trick. So at first, what we need to do is we need to force the 2 of clubs to the spectator so that they take this card and they feel like that this is their free selection. This is the first thing, this is the most important thing that you need to do. So at first, you're just going to do the riffle force, and you're just going to force the 2 of clubs to the spectator, but you're going to keep this card face down in their hand or maybe on the table. You're just going to keep this card face down, okay? Then you're going to take this rest of the cards back, and then you're going to turn your back to your spectator, okay? Then you're going to ask your spectator to look at the card, and you're going to explain yourself to the spectator why you turned back so that you don't see their card, okay? And that is very important for you so that you get your time for doing the setup. Now firstly, when the spectator is looking at their card and you're turned to your back, what you're going to do is you're just going to spell their card, okay? Now you already know that their card is the 2 of clubs because you forced that card to them. You're just going to spell 2 of clubs from the top of the deck. So TWO, 2 OF of CLUB and S. So we have all the cards that spell to 2 of clubs in my right hand right now, right? At this point, what we are going to do is we are going to keep one card back over here so that when we are going to keep this card, this will be the last card that will be spelled. So if this card adds up to these cards, then they will together spell the 2 of clubs. So as you can see, TWO, 2 OF of CLUB, and this will be the S. So 2 of clubs will be complete at that point of time. So you're going to just count this while your spectator is looking at the card and while you have turned to your back, okay? So at this point, let's say when you're turned to your back, you're counting the card TWOOF of CLUBS. You keep back one card, and then what you're going to do is going to keep your pinky right over here and put all these cards on top of it, okay? You're just going to have a break under all those cards, alright? Now what you're going to do is you're just going to turn your back. Again, you're going to turn to your spectator and you're going to ask him or her at that point of time to keep this card wherever they want to, and you're just going to casually spread the deck of cards just like this up till the break, and then you're going to actually hold these cards, and then you're going to place their card over here, and then rest of the cards which are on the top of the break on the top of their selection. Now you are ready to perform the trick, but the spectator might suspect you of not shuffling the deck of cards. So for that reason, you're going to give this deck of cards a false shuffle. Any false shuffle you like to give, just give one false shuffle and then just keep the deck of cards and explain what you're going to do. You're going to do the spell, you're going to do blah blah blah, all of those things that I did in my performance. Just explain that to them, and then you're just going to spell the card in your own mind as you put down the card, but you're going to keep an eye contact with the spectator. You're just going to keep looking at the spectator's eyes while you're doing the trick, while you're spelling the card inside your own head, and the spectator is also spelling the card inside their own head. So in this case, this is the two of clubs, and you spell inside your head two of clubs while you're actually keeping down each and every card, and it will look just like this: TWO2. Then you're going to say that, okay, I feel like that you have already spelt the name of the card, the number of the card. Now we are pretty much sure that we are going to keep two more cards for the off, OF off. So we have got TWO, OF off, and we now need the clubs, and you're just going to keep on doing the card trick just like this: CLUBS. Then you're just going to take one more card, and then you're going to just tell to your spectator that, no, I think that you stopped spelling over here, so we are not going to put down any more card. We are going to take this card, and I think this is your card. And actually you already know that this is their card, because this is the last spelled card that you have spelled inside your mind. Okay, you're not going to keep on saying the name of the card while you are spelling it. You're just going to spell it inside your mind, and you know when to stop, and then you're going to find their card just like real magic. And this is how the card trick is done. Now you can always do this card trick with different cards, and every single time you choose a different card, you're just going to turn your back and do this setup while the spectator is looking at their card. And this is how the card trick is done, and that's it for the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at shoelazari. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that, and don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, which is a pretty savage channel. I post funny videos over there, and the link to that channel will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace.